living in LA with my best old ex-friend Ray. Gosh, she said she knew well and sometimes hated. But isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell them
So let's leave it alone, 'cause we can't see eye to eye. There ain't no good guy.
Well, we're going to open up a can. I will bring up the topics today.
We just disagree.
Well, welcome back. And you guys are in for a treat, I think, this Friday. You know, I was kind of fired up today, but I think I'm the mild one in the room.
Hey, wait a minute, before we start talking trash.
Yeah, hold on. There's more.
Before we start talking trash, we gotta have the proper uniforms on.
Yeah, Denise! Woo!
I love it. That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Rusty Week came through.
That is awesome. And somebody's using purple bags.
Hey, that's
So
right,
you
that's
texted
right.
me that, and I didn't know what you were. You found purple
is-
trash.
Yeah,
Great.
all right, we'll just start. I have two topics to talk about.
Hold on. Here, I gotta show Denise.
Put your hat on.
Oh, I got my talking trash here, shirt, sweatshirt.
Don't
too.
forget your hat.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Sparks Junk Gang right here. I'm ready to work.
I'll get you a beanie too, man. if
I'm
you
ready.
Want. You,
Well,
all right.
I got to be careful with the hair, though. You know,
Yeah, that's how
why
I
I
am.
had
Yeah,
to
I
only
do the
show the
same thing. I
sweatshirt
don't want to
today.
mess around. You got any of that gel I can borrow?
So, how's life treating both of us today?
Hey, we're doing good. She's
we
my
always
buddy.
we always got something to say.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Listen, I was talking about you the other day, how we met over a Taco Bell bag.
Yeah.
And we've become the greatest friends. I admire this man because of his ethics in cleaning up our communities and our roadways. And I want to partner with this guy, and I'm going to bend his ear after this to find out how him and I can.
Well, that's pretty flattering. It just
This
comes
is
from
great. Wow.
It just comes from a sense of taking pride in your neighborhood. You do what I appreciate, so consequently, we work pretty good together.
So for the folks that don't know, this kind of whole thing started once with the Taco Bell wrapper, like you just said.
Yes.
So let's
Yes.
kind of just refresh people's minds on how this kind of came to be.
I found some Taco Bell papers on the side of the road.
And I got a voicemail.
I looked up and I saw her trash truck go down the road, so I assumed it was hers. And so I called
And it
her,
wasn't.
and she did some investigation to find out what load it was and when they delivered, and it was not her. So I called the Taco Bell restaurant and found out it was from the big box, the big
The
box.
big blue.
So
Yeah, the
they're in
big
trouble.
blue.
They're in trouble on a couple of fronts right now. Just on my, so we're trying to because they can't come. I'm trying to get my alley repaved or my street fixed, but there's some issues with the zoning and the where can things go, and there's a trash route there. But my thought is, if it's a trash route, it's a street anyway because public vehicles are on it. So I think there's a little bit of leeway there. Anyway, that's not important.
Well,
Here's the important
getting
part.
back to the story.
Okay.
What I wanted to finish is that she called me back and told me this, and since then I found out that I never pick up any trash from Sparks trucks. Never. I pick them up from MBI and Republic and a few others all the time. But there's a few good ones. Flowers seems to be pretty decent, but nothing like Sparks. Is it?
Yeah, they Republic bought them out first.
I don't know. I didn't know.
Bought them
but
first.
I never have any issues with Denise's trucks, and so that just convinced me, regardless of whatever the price range was, I had no idea. My wife takes care of that. I was switching over to her company and doing business with them.
I just wanted to point out, though, the problem is the city has called these people to have a meeting to see what the best way would be for us to reroute this route, or what we can do for this, what we could do to make it efficient, and they won't answer the phone, and it's been 4 months. And I'm just, if they aren't going to answer the city's phone calls, they aren't going to answer yours.
May I? If you call Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling at 618-433-1128 for weekly trash, you're going to get
Sparks.
a live person in the office, 2 live persons, no virtual assistants, and you're going to get the person that is in your community.
I love it.
Not another
And
state.
that leads me to why I'm boycotting the Madison County's materials, because there is no hotline. If you see a trash spill right now, you can't call the landfill. You call the landfill or trying to report it, you'll get a recorded line. They'll ask you about adding your service, including other things. There's nothing about coming out and picking up the trash. There is no number that exists. So I've asked Madison County zoning several times for that number, and they're reluctant to give it to me, and I understand that. It's not their number to begin, but the landfill should have a number available, a hotline available, so people see trash that they get to call themselves. Right now, you have to call Madison County zoning and go through Chris DeCliff, and then he'll call the landfill. I don't want that. I want the landfill to feel my anger. I want them to know that this is my area. They're polluting. And I don't want to go through Chris DeCliff. And so I'm not going to use any more of his material. I'm buying my own damn bags. I'm going to pick up my trash when I want to. And I'm not going to have to go through him. I'm not going to help him do his job. Simple as that. He's got his finger on the pulse because I call him and tell him. I want him to either come out and help me pick up trash or let me call the landfill myself.
I'm still waiting for an answer on an email from him from like 3 weeks ago.
Well, the bigger, just to kind of go into that a little bit more about the phone number, it shouldn't be the county's job to put a phone number on someone's website.
But they could force the landfill to do it.
They could. No, they easily could do that.
Absolutely. If they wanted to, they could call the landfill and say, hey, look, that number has to be on there tomorrow. Otherwise, we're going to have some issues. And it just simply hasn't happened.
How long does it take to get something like that?
I've been trying for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
2 years been trying to get that number. Finally, Roxana Police Department gave me the number if I promise not to abuse it. And why, if I can have that, why can't the public have that? As long as it's not being abused.
For that reason, they don't want everybody calling.
Yeah, you can just make it a voice recorded line, a monitored recorded line. But the simple fact that you cannot call in and report a spill is wrong. It's just wrong.
Well, it is. And you could clean it up a lot quicker that way, too, or maybe identify.
I'm a little passionate about it.
No, I get it.
I've done it so many times where I call and I got to go Chris DeCliff. Can you please call the landfill and ask them to be nice?
Can you define spill just for the what does a spill mean necessarily? Is it just trash flying off the truck? Is it like
Could be anything like that?
Yeah, any kind of a trash. This time of year, you see when there's snow on the ground, especially a lot of the drivers they get those trash bags and they hurl them up on top of the trucks and they're cold. They want to get back in. Oftentimes those bags go right over the top of the truck, or they stop on top of the truck, and when they drive down, they fall off the side of the road. You'll see trash bags on the side of the road all the time.
Most of the time, they're not tied. That's hence for my video.
Yeah, we'll talk
there's
about
a lot of those issues. The thing is that people should be able to. If you see a fire, you can call the fire department. If you see a crime, you can call the police department. If you see trash being spilt on the road, you can't call.
There's nobody.
There's no one to call.
Right. Well, and the thing is, for the people that go, well, why don't you just pick it up? Well, you are. You're already doing that.
As I can.
So, that argument, I get your point, though. I get the frustration because why would you need to go through 3 channels just to call somebody and say, hey, go pick your damn trash up?
Yeah, so therefore, what I'm doing, I'm switching over. I have to pay more money, but I'm switching over to purple trash bags. So people can see what they are. They're purple trash bags. And when they ask me why I've got that color, because the damn county is not responsible enough to force the landfill to produce a hotline number. And until they do, I'm not going to use any of their materials.
Oh, someone called me a drug dealer for promoting Village Dispensary today. Oh my God!
Legal? Isn't marijuana legal now, though? Isn't it?
What happened to people just being kind and telling you what you do right?
Oh my God! I would love to spend time with that woman. Oh my God! What an idiot! That's the problem with just people. It's just get off your darn high. I sound like a drug dealer. What? They contribute more to this community than half the businesses do in town. So how about that? Just get out of here calling me a drug dealer with that junk. Just tired of it. I never get mad, but who are you to call me a drug dealer? Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and exactly what is a drug dealer?
It's just absolutely ridiculous. You embarrassed yourself with that comment. Anyway, with that being said, I just don't take shots at me like that. Not when someone supports the community. With that being said, what are you going to do with these purple bags?
Just have IDOT pick them up.
With trash.
No, I'm picking up the trash just like I normally do on my weekly route and my community service I do. It's just that I'm boycotting what the Madison County.
Have you gotten any pushback from having the signs out?
Yeah, I've got some good response from that, actually. Yeah, but what I'm trying to do is say, look, Madison County government, we're either in this together or we're not. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, make it available so that people can provide a hotline. I don't want, to infringe on your secret phone number. I want you to force the landfill to produce that number so everybody can call if they see a situation. It's just good it just makes sense.
Well, it does, and it makes a lot. I mean, it's just picking up trash.
I mean, I know it's inconvenient for the landfill to have it, but
Well, it's their problem.
yeah, they can monitor it.
How do you combat all this? Because, I mean, you're doing the right things.
The thing that is infuriating me right now, besides the trash, is I want the people, my customers, to know they all complain about the service that they don't get from the big corporation. I've had 2 or 3 people this week say, hey, they haven't picked me up for a month. We pick up, we do what we're supposed to do, but they don't know I want people to know on the back end what I have to deal with as a small, locally owned female business. And I don't like to throw that in there, but I have to because my contract rates just went up tremendously.
I bet.
And I asked why. And since October, I can't get an answer. While my buddy over here in Alton only got a $5 raise. So why is when I'm spending thousands and thousands of dollars a year, why are my rates so high? This fuel surcharge, yesterday, every day, every truck that sits on the scale, we pay a fee, okay? That fee should include fuel, EPA fee, whatever. But no, I'm being charged an 8.13% fuel surcharge based, not a flat fee, but based on the tonnage I bring in. So yesterday, my trash truck, we paid almost $40 in fuel to drive 5 minutes up the hill to dump. So not only is it costing me as a business owner to fuel my own trucks out of my own pocket, now I'm fueling their trucks, obviously.
Right.
And it's got to stop. There has to be some type of legislation for this. And trust me, I have so many haulers behind me on this because it's not fair.
Well, I'm not going to make accusations, but it sounds like a monopoly is what it is. It's a complete monopoly. It's a mafia racket. I mean, how can you own the landfill and be the primary provider? I see, to me, there's just a major conflict of interest because then you outprice your competition and say, now you're going to have to pay $40 to drive the 5 minutes up the road, and you're going to price everybody.
On every truck.
On every truck, but you're going to price out everybody else because you know that small businesses after 4 years aren't going to be able to afford that without jacking the prices up and losing everything. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
That's exactly what's happening. They're trying to squeeze me. I know they're trying to squeeze me. And some of the other guys aren't even getting their contracts renewed because they're not bringing in enough tonnage.
Yeah, I think you just have to look at the amount of revenue that the landfill brings in and such, and they've clearly got a monopoly on certain things.
Yeah.
And you got to look at it. The county, I mean, they're the county's best customer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as
They
bringing
get
in cash.
$1.3 million every year.
Yeah, I think they get a little over $1 million. I know Roxana gets about 1.6, but it's just that's hard to argue with, and I know that they can't make that revenue up, so they're going to accommodate the landfill as best they can. But there's ways that I mean, and from what you've shared with me, I think you're being discriminated against.
No,
but that's not. I'm just
well,
an
I was
outsider.
told
I don't get into that.
was
Me too.
What are you going to do? So I'm writing all my congressmen and women, everybody in legislation, and I think that it's something, if you are passionate about something that is wrong, I've been fighting this for 2.5 years.
Right.
It's something I believe in.
Well,
Yeah.
and too, I mean, nothing you said was defamatory at all. You didn't defame anybody. You aren't making baseless accusations. These are your lived experiences, and that's what, for the audience at home. Just because I can already tell that this is going to be an interesting day with the audience, just looking at some of the love I'm getting already. These are all your lived experiences. They aren't you just saying these things. These are things that you encounter.
It's expensive
each and every day.
Weekly trash is expensive.
Yeah.
So whenever that customer, if they're paying for one can, and every time I roll up to your house every week, you've got 5 or 6 bags on the ground, you're expecting me to take that for free, and I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to be charged for those bags.
And there's some things that they really need to consider when you're doing business with Republic. You could take just a box of trash and dump it in one of their canisters. Their truck will come by and just dump that in their trucks. When they go down the road, evidently you're going to see some of that stuff fly out. You won't happen that with Denise, is because she won't pick it up unless it's bagged up. If you see a truck leaving SIU University, they're catastrophic for leaving papers everywhere because it's not bagged up. But she won't do that, and that's one of the things I appreciate. She could double her rates with me, and I'm still going to stick with her.
And there you go. You guys had a moment to stick around.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break here. You guys stay there. We'll stay here on RiverBender.com. And Roku, get over here. TV.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab select 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hello, it's me. I've thought about us for a long, long time. Maybe I think too much, but something's wrong. There's something here that doesn't last too long.
Uh-oh, here. Did you guys see I was peddling that again?
You're dealing drugs again over there?
My God. Welcome back to our daily show on this Friday morning, the 24th day of January. Denise Sparks back in studio with Rusty Wheat. We are talking trash.
Trash talkers.
Hey, don't feel so bad. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story.
Rusty, no.
Yeah, let me tell you a story. Now, I pick up trash once a week, and anybody and everybody that comes by and honks at me and waves at me and supports me in any way, shape, or form.
We do.
You know, and Denise has been one of my sponsors of the week. I have many sponsors of the week because I pick up trash each week, and I'm always looking for an excuse to get my name out there so I could put a business out there or something, and it just draws more attention to the trash issue. And so by doing that, this week a woman reached out to me. A woman from South Roxana reached out to me, and I'll let some names be nameless. She reached out to me and asked if she could do some volunteer work with me. And I told her I work best alone, and that if she wanted to schedule something later on, I'd be more than happy to work in her town with her. She said that she heard that the mayor had not taken my phone calls, or I've called him several times and he did not return my call, which is very true. As you know me, I've been doing Madison County Earth Day for 2 years now. Mm-hmm. I contact everybody from the ROTC to Denise. Right. And I ask them to show up. And for whatever reason, South Roxana has taken it upon himself not to show up. And it drives me crazy because we're picking up about 100 yards from their border. You know, I mean, one side of the road is Roxana, the other side is South Roxana. Roxana is there, South Roxana doesn't even reply. So that's up to them if they want to reply. So 2023 went by, no response. 2024 Earth Day come, and I did the same thing. I called the mayor's office, and typically when I call the mayor's office, they will dispatch me to the public works department or send a memo out or something. I never got a call back from South Roxana, so I just assumed that they weren't interested in doing these types of things. The pumpkin recycling program came up. I met with every mayor in the area, talking to him about the importance of keeping products out of the landfill that can be used as a food resource. There again, I called the mayor's office.
Remind me to touch on that topic.
I will here in a second.
I called the mayor's office, and I thought
point.
For a second he may have been agitating me for whatever reason. But so I said, hey, can you please give me a call? This is like the fourth time I've called you. And, I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just offering some ideas on some programs that they use in other communities. So they can take it or shake it, So, and along with that, I'm offering my services. I do about 20 hours of the community service work a week, volunteer. And I thought the good people of South Roxana should have an opportunity to get involved in that. And again, he never called. So I posted, getting back to my post on Facebook, I posted this woman, this cleanup's for you, and perhaps we can get together and do something at some point in time. My God, that created a shitstorm.
Oh no, I gotta bleep these.
Everybody in that town,
I get yelled at for not arresting.
Everybody in that town that's friends with that mayor was contacting me, telling me what a great guy he is, and this woman's doing it for publicity stuff. I tried to tell them that she had nothing to do with this. This was my post. She volunteered to help me come in any area that I wanted to come. So for me to say that I was running a political thing for her is just wrong. It's just dead ass wrong. And I resented when people, I apologize for my language.
No, it's okay. I get emails sometimes.
Yeah,
so I hit the button every once.
That's your issue, it's not mine.
That's right.
Hey, I want to bring up a story.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Tell me how you met with all the mayors.
Oh, we already talked about that on this show. Is this the same email that I read?
I'm talking about his,
Oh, it went over very well.
No, it didn't.
No, it did. Not the one that you came on the show and talked about.
Alton.
Yeah.
Well,
we already talked about that. We already beat it into the ground.
I don't want to get into it too much. There's a difference of opinion there.
Yeah.
And,
Alton needs cleanup bad.
Oh my God! I just talked to the Alderwoman. I said the same thing. I can't walk.
It's
my
everywhere.
dog.
And listen, I've approached them at city council meeting before. You know what? You don't have to hire us, but why don't you put it out for bid instead of letting all this stuff, because Pack Up obviously cannot keep up.
Right.
Well, they probably don't have people because no cash bond. People are getting let out, so.
Yeah, that Alton was a hot topic. And after the election, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm open-minded. I'm hot. I get hot and I get pissed real easy. But I'm open-minded once I calm down.
But it's something good for the people of South Roxana to know that you brought that up, because it's not a shot at anybody. I mean, you've come on this show and you have voiced, hey, if someone doesn't answer the phone, and it's been I think every mayor in this region has gotten at least, hey, they didn't answer my calls this time, or there's been some type of an issue that you've talked about on this show.
Yeah, and people don't understand my method. It's very simple. If I see an area that needs to be cleaned up, I'll contact the city and say, hey, can you do it? Or I will go out and do it. And if they fail to get back with me, I will go out and do it. But I will take some pictures and I will let them know about it.
Right.
You know, that's how you get stuff done.
Well, you hit it right on the head there, Rusty. And Denise, going back to you hit it on the head earlier, because, people get a little bit of, maybe upset sometimes by, your guys got to tie the bags and you got to do this, you got it, because they don't see on the back end all of the financial
They have no
strength.
idea. Driving down 143 now, they don't know. We can get $500 fines. Roxana is enforcing that. And
those are some of the things I wanted to talk to him about. I live right by it, and they're right down the road from the landfill. Why can't I talk to the mayor about Bill 4848 that would just pass? Why can't I talk to him about Earth Day that's happening 100 yards from his location? It's just ridiculous for him. And it is a tribute to these small towns like this. These people form their own impressions or whatever, and they decide they don't want to do business with you. And I'm not doing business. I'm offering my volunteer
Okay, well, I want to
service.
put some pressure on a bill that was passed by Senator Harris, which is the undercarriage wash. Number one, I cannot get an answer from the county or from anybody.
What's the bill?
The wash station.
The wash station.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to go through the wash station when they leave landfill.
Okay, so because it is on private property owned by the big corporation, who is going to enforce it? Is it going to be the big corporation's going to hire some man to stand there, or woman, to make sure nobody drives around it? Is it going to be Madison County? Is it going to be state police? Is it going to be Roxana? Who is going to police it? Why have a bill if you don't enforce it?
That's true, too. That's actually a very logical point.
You're dragging all that crap out on the roadway. It's sickening. And I watch these trucks all the time.
I think my biggest disconnect with this whole thing is how the corporation can own a landfill. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand this. I get why it is that way.
Clearly.
Well, I mean, I understand why it's the way it is. It's a structure of a business, but it brings so many conflicts of interest. I mean, to me, the land should never be owned by one person.
It's about money.
Yeah, it is. But it's just so. I just don't. I guess it's one of those things where it's just so. It's so different. It doesn't make sense. It's like, well, how can the people? That's like me owning the radio calling John and say, I'm going to buy RiverBender now. I buy RiverBender. I call the Telegraph and I say, I'm going to buy the Telegraph, and I buy the Telegraph, and then I call Nick and I say, I'm going to buy that. He sells it, and I owned all the media. Okay, well then all of a sudden I have 4 or 5 sponsors and start just closing doors, closing doors. What would the conflict of interest be if I don't like somebody and say, well, you aren't getting on local media here, go call St. Louis?
It's monopoly.
It's the same thing. It is the same exact thing.
Yeah, and you understand a little more in private business, but it's when you're a county government.
That's my problem.
That's where I have a hard time with. They're like bending over backwards to accommodate these people. How much more trash are they going to let them pollute our roads? You know? I mean,
and the thing is, though, it's like the old argument used to be, well, no one else is going to pick it up. Well, you are. There's people out there in Godfrey. There's one guy in Godfrey that I see on Stamper Lane every day.
He's out all the time picking
up trash left and right. There's a ton of folks that would do it if you let them.
And that's part of my aggravation, and going back to that South Roxana deal, because I talked to the Bethalto. They have a person in place there that's going to pick up their Earth Day activity and carry on. Wood River has that. That's all I was looking for. And who's going to be your person that's going to do an Earth Day event? If you do, I would like to give you some advertisement. So,
I like these. Very, very high quality right here.
And you're going to see purple trash bags out just so to accommodate my buddy here. I ain't kidding you. And even when that protest is over, I'm going to continue using it just to let them know. You know, you stick it to the man. You know what I mean?
Man. Well, with that being said, you have some new customer specials for junk removal.
All the time.
All the time.
Absolutely.
So your first service, minimum $3.95, you're going to get $50 off.
Absolutely.
I got something I want to ask you about. People want to say, she didn't come and pick up my trash last week because of the snow. I'm not paying her. I'm not paying for 4 services when I only got 3.
Can I get a credit?
Yeah, can I get a credit?
Now listen, if I could not come down your road, and you saw one of my customers had to pull me up their hill, their private lane, because we got stuck on the ice.
Right.
I'm sorry, folks, but it's not worth risking somebody's life, risking the equipment. We will come back the next week, which we did. We worked overtime last week to accommodate there were 30 customers that we ended up having to go back.
Well, I think most logical people understand that. But what I'm baffled at is why they think they should get a credit, because the trash is still there. You're still coming to pick it up.
Thank you.
So
Are you still doing the same amount of trips?
Yeah.
That's what I'm. So like, you're not just getting rid of one. You're still going. You're still making the rounds.
The fees of the landfill are the thing.
Right. No, that's what I'm getting at. So like,
if you set your trash out last week and it snows a blizzard, your trash is still there. So when I come the second week, I'm still picking up. Why would you get a credit?
That's true. I get it.
It's a good value for them, but what are you going to have everybody saying? Well, I don't need trash service every week. I'll take it every other week.
Right.
And they don't want to pay for
My mind is full of all the things, because I said it is just mind-boggling, some of the things that come across. We bend over backwards for people, and I'm going to tell you, if you're on a private lane, or especially if you're a valet customer or curbside customer, and let's say you forget. People have circumstances going on. They could have had a surgery, had a baby, blah, 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 whatever, had a death in the family. Their trash is still sitting up by the garage. You know what? My guys get out, because that's what I enforce. Get out of the truck, you get 2 hall passes.
Yeah.
Now, if we continue to come week after week after week, you're taking my kindness for weakness, and we will impose a valet fee. We'll call you first. But you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And we get great reviews from people that say, we get cards in the mail. Thank you for doing that. You know, I had surgery and I couldn't take it out.
That's funny, because the first thing I thought, she can't make it here. I wonder if we're going to get a discount. And then I started thinking, well, I guess the trash is going to be there. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to stink because it's frozen. So probably I am going to have to pay her to haul it off for rats.
Well, if you want to be a part of Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling, the weekly trash service that's taken Grafton by storm. I saw that yesterday. You got some love.
I've been reading about that. They love you up in Grafton.
They do. Paula's
awesome.
a great lady, though. Paula's a really nice lady to enjoy Grafton. I love her. Her and Dan do a good job.
We had a blast.
That whole town does a good job. You know, they really this is what frustrates me. You know, all these towns around here, they can't get along if their life depended on it. And Grafton just shows you time and time again what being a community has been putting on these events, and all those businesses come together. All those people. It's really cool.
And we did that.
Yeah, you were
the
there.
Christmas winter lights.
I love that commercial. That's Denise Sparks. I love that when you covered it. That's what I like about you guys so much. You cover the small hometown events. You know, nobody else does that.
That's what it's all about.
Oh, man.
That's what it's all about.
It's just like we all do sometimes thankless jobs, but somebody's got to do them.
Yeah, I know that sometimes that has to get you down and stuff, but you'd be surprised at how many people that know of you and listen to you and the influence that you have on them. And not just that, they think, man, that guy's pretty smart. He knows a lot of shit, you know?
Well, no, and I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah, and a drug dealer to boot.
I'm an idiot. I'm still frustrated.
I always hear nothing but good things
Thank
about
you very much.
Yeah, I do too.
I
do too, man.
And same with Denise Sparks.
And same with Rusty.
And I'll let you know, I texted Chris Flusher last night.
I know. Do you know how I know? Guess who got a text right away?
Did he go? I said, hey, you don't want no surprises tomorrow. I'm going on the air, so you better get a hold of CJ.
You know what I will say? I think they're doing a really good job to start out with over there at the county board. It just seems like it's really professional.
Listen, I met with Chris Flusher, Representative Amy Ellick, and Senator Harris after the holiday, and Chris said he's going to make people accountable.
Yeah,
I believe him. I believe him.
I do.
Yeah, I don't have a heart. I'm not going to say that word.
That's what got me in trouble the last time.
I love the people over there. It's just the bureaucracy of the government.
Right. That in general is terrible.
Chris DeCliff is a wonderful guy. Chris Flusher, they're all wonderful people.
That's good that you bring that up, too, because I think that's a disconnect in our society, too, where they think because we don't like the job of the way someone's doing their job, we don't like the person.
No.
And that's so not true.
No.
It's like this new mentality of we can't disagree, we can't criticize anymore without hating.
Chris has always been nice to me.
He's a wonderful man. So it's like, that's good. And I'm not, in my opinion, out of the way.
He's just trying to do his job. He has people over him, and he's doing what he's told.
Yeah, and I'm doing what I have to do.
Right,
exactly.
Right. Hey, sometimes you all have to agree to disagree.
Yeah. That's right.
I have that song on here. I actually opened with it. I figured what better way to start talking trash with We Just Disagree.
There you go.
Because there ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy, but Denise Sparks is the consistent guy that'll be there for you when you need her the most, and she'll keep your environment very, very clean. Also, how is your warehouse doing over there?
Awesome. It just got completed.
Did you complete the drive-through?
And yes, you can drive through anytime you want. Oh, the actual hole-in-one, yeah.
It was a homemade drive-through, wasn't it?
You know the building behind me got hit right after.
That's
recently.
So thank you. I thought that was your building again. I was like, that is like, I swear that's right where Denise's place is.
If they plan on hitting the fence, I've got news for you. Those big steel dumpsters in there, we're going to stop them real quick.
Do you have the reclaimed furniture still down there for people that are interested?
Actually, I want to put a plug in if I can for SIUE. They contacted me, and I also do a lot of work with Faith Ministry. Michelle Babs, I think, she's affiliated with like 22 nonprofit organizations. So if I send her pictures of furniture, you know, she posts it to all these organizations, but SIUE contacted me, and they said, would you like to be involved with their international students that they come over here and, you know, they don't have anything. So yesterday, we were given the opportunity to, 2 students showed up from Nepal. Couldn't speak English very well, but we donated a desk and also a kitchen table and chairs for them.
I've got a trash tool and some plastic bags. They can come out there. You can show them. We can start them off right. You know, there's SIU's got the diversity club. They have a section adopted out there. They'd be perfect for them.
That you have been riding them forever.
Yes, I have.
Rusty is so mad about the diversity club, and I was
Because
like,
they
you
won't
guys
do
better
anything.
start picking up that
That's
trash.
right.
You adopted the highway.
Why aren't they doing it?
Because they live in other countries, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no,
You don't have to speak English to pick up
it's
trash.
not that. It's not that at all. It's just because they're a
looks
new
good on their
group all
resume.
the time, and the club changes all the time. And I think they forgot that they own this stretch of road. I don't think they realize it.
Yeah, they don't promote it as heavily as they should.
I truly think
that
that's
area
the
there
disconnect.
needs to be cleaned up about once a month, and they may be looking at maybe about 2 or 3 times a year, if that.
Yeah, I told Rusty the last time I went by there, it was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to war with IDOT. I go to war with everybody. I'm not always mad. Believe me, I'm not always mad. It's just that some days I get on this show and CJ just does it to me.
Listen, are you looking to get rid of that? Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do that, anything else going on at Sparks Junk Removal?
Drive through and drop off your trash.
Oh, really?
How does that work?
We have dumpster
Wait, so
available.
no, that's a great thing for
we
people.
have a dumpster available at the back door. There are a lot of... No. Unfortunately, no, there's a fee. But you have contractors or you have homeowners that they want to get rid of a mattress, or they don't want to go sit and pay gate rate for one item at the landfill.
What is a truckload at the landfill? If you take a pickup truck to go, I think it's about $80 or something.
Oh no.
No. What do you charge for a truckload? If somebody brings a truckload, how do you work that?
Honestly, it depends. If you come in with a truckload of plaster, you're going to pay a bit more. Or you know, fence posts with concrete, the minimum's usually anywhere between $85 to $100.
To drop trash? Are you serious?
Yeah. Because I want to offer a service that's
I get
affordable
it.
to people.
Gosh,
see, that's why I was.
But if you come in with like a big sectional, big bulky furniture, unfortunately, you're going to pay a little bit more.
We have to. It makes sense.
That's why I was pushing
Or we can come curbside and pick it up.
Yeah, to get some type of assistance for low-income people, because oftentimes they're just taking that and dumping it out in the county roads.
Well, and they have nowhere to go. Yeah,
they
that's
can't
true.
afford to go to the landfill. So.
You know, I push all the services that we offer, but all the time I'm trying to offer something new. And the drive
brilliant.
in, drive up to the dumpster, chuck it over there. And you know, we're open We're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30. When it gets warmer, we'll probably do a couple Saturdays a month.
You know, in the summertime, especially, because sometimes you have family outings and stuff. You get overloaded with trash, and you can't wait for it to get there next week. You know, it
that's
true. Starts
smelly
hot.
beer bottles.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, there's nothing worse than a 2-day-old Coors Light. Oh, there is nothing worse than that.
I found the craziest item yesterday. I was out there picking up trash.
I could only imagine
a full gallon of milk frozen.
Oh.
So, a full gallon of milk. I'll just bust it open and dump it. As soon as I did that, mother of God, that thing stunk terrible.
God dang.
Oh.
Well, that's awesome. With that being said,
No, it's not, but it is unusual. I don't find full gallons of milk out there very often frozen.
I don't want to name any names or bring up anything.
Oh, name names. We like it when you do that.
But, I've been trying feverishly to start this cardboard program for people that have. I'm trying to keep as much out of the landfill as I can.
Yeah.
Why can't we name names? Because they're in trouble. I filed a claim with them.
I know you do it.
Yeah, Royal Oaks. Royal Oaks.
Who is that?
They were very I went and visited.
Who are they?
They're a recycling plant in Wood River.
Off of the berm.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was contacted and asked what we could do as far as getting the EPA involved in them because their area was polluted. It's terrible down there where they were. So I contacted the EPA. EPA went out. Next thing I know, Denise is trying to do business with them or something.
I didn't know it. No, I didn't know any of this. I went down. Rusty didn't inform me. I went down there. Yeah, I went down there and they were very nice to me. The dispatcher was there. He showed me the facility. It was clean out back.
They're being fined every day.
And so
they were getting fined every day.
So a sales rep reached out to me out of state, and he was not very nice to me. He gave me every reason, and I'm like, what is the issue? And then he proceeded to say this city of
Wood River
was not very pleasant to work with. So I knew to call him.
Yeah, they are not very pleasant. I'll tell you how unpleasant they are to work with. Brad Wells, the police chief, called the landfill because they're switching the routes on those trucks going through the Wood River. So he contacted the landfills that they will not like coming through Wood River. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Well, and we'll just see what happens on that.
But that deal, that's interesting. They were charging them, they were finding them on a daily basis until they cleaned up that Royal Oaks.
Are you serious? Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
That's what they should do.
100%.
And like Brad
the
Wells
EPA
said,
hasn't even got involved.
Oh, see, good for Wood River then for stepping up before the federal government.
Yeah, that was Brad Wells and the
like
city
that.
attorney. The city attorney and Brad Wells going after him.
Very good. Very good work. All right, now with that being said, Denise Sparks, what can I not throw away in that dumpster?
hazardous items, explosives, oil, gas.
Can I throw cardboard in there?
A body.
What were you going to talk about?
Can I throw
recycling? Something like you said you were going to say something.
Do we need to? Can I recycle cardboard?
Yeah.
Can I put the cardboard in your dumpster?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
So just so our viewers know,
hello, viewers.
There are two definitions that they charge me for at the landfill. It's called C&D, which is like construction and demo debris, or MSW, which is municipal solid waste. So what we have started at Sparks is separating those two. Mm-hmm. Now, when I go into the landfill, doesn't matter if I bring in C&D or MSW. It's all dumped in the same spot.
Same location.
Same spot. That's amazing.
But I'm taking the time to separate it to save my costs.
Yep.
Yeah, and where I live down in Wanda, Roxana mailing address, because Roxana is a little different. They have city, but in Wanda, unincorporated area, the big box trash company comes, and I could put a nuclear reactor, a tire, and a garbage can sitting out there, and it all goes in the trash can, and it goes to the landfill. I swear to God. I swear to God. Yeah.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's true.
Yeah, I appreciated so much when I was cleaning out my garbage, the fact that I can get rid of all those paint cans and everything else in there. But that don't happen with this lady. You can't do that.
Speaking about explosives, I don't know if you read years ago in the Telegraph when I used to be down at my old building behind Fast Eddie's, many years ago, probably 20 years ago. So we had cleaned out a house, and I had found this metal pointy thing. I didn't know what it was. I threw it in the back of my truck, drove around. My stepdad looks back in there, and he goes, "Holy, what? What do you have it? My God, do you know what that is?" It was like a, what do you call them? Nuke?
A bomb?
Yeah.
A bomb? Little missile?
So I had to call Alton PD. They came over and looked at it. It was 10 o'clock at night. They had to call SIUE. They have a bomb division or somebody from SIUE.
The bomb squad, yeah.
They weren't happy because they had to come out at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And they took it over across in the field from the police department in Alton, and they detonated it.
Oh,
Wow.
Do you know how lucky I could have been
You could
blown to
have blown.
smithereens?
You could have been. So thank God you aren't, because
So you can't throw those kind of items.
please don't.
Or please don't throw cell phone batteries.
Oh yeah.
Don't throw cigarettes in there. You know
Yeah.
that may.
Unless you're down at Wanda.
There you go. Hey, if you have a hot tub that's been around since Bill Clinton's administration, it's falling apart, and your neighbor's getting ready to report you to the city, you got to call Denise Sparks at 618-781-1407. But if you want to start your weekly trash service with somebody who cares and is
We
local,
have a trash line.
we do, and that number is 618-433-1128, or you can just go to sparksjunkremoval.net and reclaim your space today. Well, we made it, folks. Nobody's charging into
Nobody
the studio.
we didn't get thrown out.
No one's grabbing the hook out and pulling us out.
No bad comments.
Oh, except for the one that hates that I'm just a drug dealer.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We got a rehab program lined up for you. Hey, I can't tell you how much I appreciate
I love it,
you.
man.
I was just gonna say, where'd you get
every
that?
episode I see on here, I just think, look at there's that sign. I get such a kick out of it, and I love it because it's just a community note that you care.
I do, man. I really do, and thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me an hour.
It's
in the
always
studio.
a pleasure. I want to come back again.
We got to do Talkin' Trash more.
Keep Bogarting all my time.
We got to do Talk. You're keeping Rusty in line. We'll be back with more Daily Show for top of the hour news next.